Hi there, Bakytzhan. I'm really happy to see this essay from you. Great job. It's so important to get feedback for your IELTS writing. So great work. Let's get straight into this essay and let's see how you did. Governments spend millions of dollars each year on their space programs. Most recently, Mars is the focus of scientists' attention. Some people think this money would be better spent on dealing with problems closer to home. Do you agree or disagree? And let's see what you had to say about it. Countries annually contribute lots of finance on their space research, and since recent times, studying Mars has taken scientists' interest. Okay, well, there's some vocabulary and grammar problems here, so let's address them right away. First of all, you need a double L in annually, and not finance, but a lot of money. It's the wrong word here. And I wouldn't have said since recent time. These don't really go together. Instead, you could have said and recently. And in the last decades, for example. Okay? Studying Mars has taken scientists' interest. This, again, is not really a totally natural expression. I mean, one understands what you're trying to say, but there are other more natural ways of saying this in English. For example, has captivated scientists' attention, or studying Mars has been at the forefront of scientists' interest. Something like this. Okay, so there's lots of different expressions you could use here instead. All right, moving on. However, some people believe this investment, all right, and without the money. So some people believe this investment would be better used on other purposes concerning local problems. I absolutely disagree that avoiding astrologic research in order to deal with closer to home problems is a beneficial way of money usage for governments. Okay, astrologic is not the word you want. You want, let's see, space research, really. The right word here is space research. Astrology is a totally different thing. That's like when you study horoscopes and stuff, so that's not the word you want here. So, moving on then. All right, the curiosity of human beings has no boundaries. Since ancient times, plural, people have been interested with galactics. Do you mean stars? Or galaxies, perhaps, is what you mean. So people have been interested in galaxies, planets, or stars, whatever you mean here. Planets, the universe, and the cosmos, I think is what you mean here, in general. The importance of space travel is undoubtedly essential for our life. Such great discoveries like the internet, digital TV, GPS, and weather forecasting, okay, when you have a list, the last one gets an and no comma, are the result of space exploration. On the other hand, if our ancestors had not studied, it's a fairly formal essay, so we don't use contractions. If our ancestors had not studied the space environment, we would not have identified that the Earth is circular, not flat, and not stand on three, do you mean wheels? All right, I'm a little confused about the grammar here. On the other hand, if our ancestors hadn't studied space, we would not have identified that the Earth is circular, not round, and does not stand on three wheels, I think, or I'm not really sure what this means. I don't know why we're talking about whales here. Another idea I want to emphasize is about natural resources on our planet, which are not, careful with this. When you have too many negatives, it becomes complicated, so avoid that. So, which are unfortunately not limitless, or you could have said which are unfortunately limited. Now that makes it so much clearer rather than having this not and this unfortunate, which just really bogs down the meaning. So change that to make sure that you've got which are unfortunately limited. That would sound much better. In the near future, not the close future, vital resources like fossil fuels, plural, metals, minerals. Again, you've got to list three things. So before the last one, just put an and. Fossil fuels, metals, and minerals are forecasted to be exhausted. For that reason, governments are eager to search other sources of natural resources and invest big amounts, U here and then a S, to find out solutions to this global problem. the resources on Mars. Hold on, where am I? Okay, the closest planet to Earth, not but the closest planet to Earth, Mars, is more likely to be an easy destination for astronauts. In my opinion, if governments manage to succeed on their way to discover the presence of natural resources on Mars, it will lead to prosperity and well-being of people's existence on a global scale. Thus, it could be concluded that the space studies can be crucial in many areas of government's development and may only positively impact people's lives. VES. Okay, let's see. I liked a lot of the things you said. I mean, there was obviously some grammar stuff happening. I would have also liked you to have analyzed why people have this opposite opinion. Like, why do people think that, you know, they should spend money closer to home? Like, what's their rationale? So that would have been a really nice first body paragraph, and then you could have selected your favorite ideas and then put these into one paragraph. But I like the things you said. It was interesting, and you know, your structure was for the most part good. Like I said, I would have liked a paragraph discussing the opposite side of the argument. All right, but nice work. I really hope that you found this feedback helpful and that you will continue to seek out feedback for your writing so that you can really just continue to improve. All right, so good luck writing, and I hope that I will get to see more of these from you in the future.